Welcome to SVG-TV News for Friday, April 26, 2019. I am Jennifer Richardson with the details. Leader of the opposition New Democratic Party, Dr. Godwin Friday, says young people need to be better prepared and equipped to deal with the harsh economic challenges that the country faces. Dr. Friday made these comments at the party's Youth Economic Forum held last evening at French's House.
Young people are the ones who are feeling the brunt of this economy more than anybody else. You come out of secondary school, out of college, even out of university, and it's difficult to get a foothold in this economy. So they are the ones who really, their interests have to be first and foremost in our minds as a political party in opposition and seeking to form government. And certainly in government, that will be a #1 priority for the New Democratic Party to create jobs, particularly for our young people. And the forum here today is intended to broaden the scope a bit from simply focusing on young people who come out of school and say, let's find a job in some existing and going concern or in government, to one of saying, let's think of ways in which you could also create a job for yourself and for others.
The keynote speaker at the forum was Rachel Charles Brown of Ascension, who is a tourism and hospitality professional in Antigua. She spoke of her challenging road to managing a 5-star hotel in Antigua. While encouraging youths who want to be entrepreneurs to be determined and driven, Charles Brown said the support from all stakeholders, including the government, is needed to help steer them onwards to a path of success. She added that opportunities in the tourism sector are many, and they should seek it and create their own jobs.
Sit and take charge of your own financial circumstances. Today's traveling public has a demographic of persons looking for more than just the beach and the rum punch. There's a whole community of travelers who are yearning for experiences, for cultural awareness and participation. And as a destination, St. Vincent, with its unspoiled natural beauty, colorful and friendly people, and rich culture, is truly sitting on a diamond mine. Look for unique opportunities within your communities and search for your passion. Make it work for you and go brave with prudent judgment. I'll tell you a little story.
Opposition Member of Parliament and entrepreneur Major St. Clair Leacock noted that the negative impact of entrepreneurship in SVG is a socio-economic problem. He says it has to be addressed if youths are to become business-oriented.
Entrepreneurial opportunities, which I agree that they exist, I also want to be assured it is not a business that is to be formed, but also to put us in our place. That is, we must be at the bottom end of the spectrum, because there are some people who are quite comfortable. If you are doing well, but you also that you know your place, that is, as we say, you're not the same sex and size or the same class and standards as they are. So don't get too big for your boots. So that it's fine for you to see the opportunity to push a cat across some waters and to be happy after, but don't come and build the same side of the house like I have in the same area that I live either. You get out of hand. People who push cat live there. And those things exist in our society, and we must not lose sight of them.
The Youth Forum was attended by many youths who welcomed the initiative of having an economic forum for them. Meanwhile, 3 young entrepreneurs in SVG, including a lawyer and a musician, believe that there needs to be more engagement with the youths about entrepreneurship in order to keep them interested in becoming entrepreneurs. The 3 who addressed the NDP's Youth Forum on Entrepreneurship yesterday afternoon all agreed that government has a major role to play to help position the youths for opportunities that the country has to offer. They shared with the audience some revealing realities of the Vincentian culture and also give their own advice and recommendations on how to become successful entrepreneurs.
My view, and you can post me afterwards, generally I think Vincentians are not as brave as we say we are. And I say we because I'm a citizen of this country. I don't believe that Vincentians are as fearless as we say we are, especially when it comes to business. Too negative. And as soon as somebody pitch something, you say, nah, don't work. You know? And the million of problems and the million of excuses come up. Let us be purposeful in seeking out the opportunities and be fearless in trying them out. The worst that could happen is what? You fail. And I'm sure you're not going to take some risks that you don't calculate. You gain the experience. That is true. And the final thing, nurture a culture of healthy competition and entrepreneurship. This goes beyond us as young people. This goes to more the policy makers, and it goes to our parents, it goes to the influencers in the society. We need to see entrepreneurs talking about entrepreneurship, talking about their struggles, talking about their success, sharing their stories so that people can be inspired to know that I can do this too.
Now, although there are many young people who have identified ways in which they would like to, go and have their career being developed in and had done the necessary preparations, one cannot deny the many challenges that young Vincentians face on a daily basis. I know that firsthand. I know Meisha spoke about, not being brave, but these challenges do exist. A lack of an enabling environment, a too conservative business sector, a heightened political climate, the inability to access the basic factors of production, land, labor, capital, those of us who did POB one-on-one, and financial insecurity. However, although these challenges exist, it is important for you to use the resources that you have around you. Information is free, vast in abundance, and right at the tip of your fingers. Be determined and focused, but most importantly, trust your struggle.
You deserve to be fairly paid. Know your monetary value. Carefully and fairly set your prices and put them in writing. Know how much discount you are willing to give ahead of time and be willing to amend your policies if things need to change. As we, the people of SVG, move forward and come up with ideas, it's the government's job to provide the means and access to resources. We should be arming our people for the limited job situation, giving them the tools to create jobs themselves. I would ask our leaders to put their faith and trust in the intelligence and passion of the Vincentian people, and I would ask the Vincentian people to do the same. To have a team of people who are motivated to do something about the same social issues you are concerned about, specifically in SVG. In order to be a successful entrepreneur, there must be 3 pillars in place, supported by active research. A personal pillar, an educational pillar, and a financial pillar. So, the personal pillar. Everyone needs emotional support. This is a profound human need. Surround yourself with people or that one person who gives you encouragement and believes in you.
A culture of safety must be developed in every workplace in order to prevent health and other hazards. That's the advice from Dean of the SVG Community College Division of Arts, Technical and Vocational Education, Osborne Bowens, as he spoke at a World Safety Day breakfast seminar held at the NIS Conference Room today. The annual event was hosted by Jarek St. Vincent Limited and featured presentations from persons in the private and public sectors who shared their views on the issue of safety at work. Bowen said there is a role for both the employer and employee in ensuring safety at work.
That particular culture. And that culture is built from training, where training institutions, education, that people start to use safety gear at the point of training. When you get into the job, you're required to use that safety training, those safety equipment, and even a situation where people understand that if you're injured for some reason on the job, and your injury is a result of you as the employee not taken responsibility to use the available safety equipment, then maybe the responsibility is yours. Because the employer might have done everything to ensure that you are safe, but as the employee, you did not take that responsibility upon yourself to ensure that you do what you were supposed to do. And again, building a culture in which everyone understands that safety is the responsibility of the employer and the employee.
He also called for the introduction of workplaces to ensure that safety equipment are used efficiently and are properly maintained.
What is required as part of that culture is the introduction of HR professionals and safety professionals in the workplace. So we do not have a culture where workplaces are inspected regularly. Workplaces that have fire extinguishers, for example, and those fire extinguishers might hang on the wall, but the question is, are they functional? And whose responsibility it is when the fire or something happens? Whose responsibility is it really to take those fire extinguishers off the wall and get them functional? Now, I know of situations where the conversation has not yet reached a place where you could say, okay, something happens, this is what your responsibility is, and this is what the responsibility of the other person is in the workplace. And that needs to happen as part of creating that culture of safety within the workplace.
Vice President of the SVG Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Peter Van Werven, said globally there have been over 160 million fatal and non-fatal accidents in the workplace, which accounted for $1.5 trillion in loss. He said while modern technology will help to reduce hazards in the workplace, there is still a need for the training of managers and employees on their rights and responsibilities.
Will change the nature of work and has the potential to increase safety and reduce workplace injuries, as dangerous jobs will be replaced by digital technology without risk to human safety. However, this will give rise to new challenges for health and safety issues. Existing policies and procedures for identifying, assessing, and controlling risk will require revision and adequately address potentially new risks arising from the changes in the work environment. It is therefore essential that there has to be ongoing training and education for managers and employees to ensure that they are familiar with legislation, policies, and procedures to increase the safety, prevent accidents, and avoid violations resulting from non-compliance, and it is a must as we move forward in an ever-changing world. Thank you very much.
The National Society of Persons with Disability held their annual march and rally today under the theme, Disability is not inability, an opportunity to learn, earn, and own. Several persons came out to give support to the event, which was also held to raise funds for the Melanie Mackenzie Educational Scholarship Program. The march started at the Peace Memorial Hall and ended at the Victoria Park with a rally. Addressing the rally, Minister of National Mobilization, Social Development, Family, Gender Affairs, Persons with Disabilities and the Youth, Frederick Stevenson, said that a special event was held last evening at the Prime Minister's residence, where they celebrated the Special Olympians who went to Abu Dhabi. He said it's a joy to see that disability is not inability.
And it was just to see them dressed in their official uniform, and we were told last night that the designs on the official uniform that they wore to Abu Dhabi were designed by the Special Olympians themselves. That is something very commendable, and it says to all of us, a disability is not an inability. We saw on the television, them running. And as I listened to, Lord, her name just slipped me last night. She got 2 gold medals. And she said to me, Stevenson, you know they wanted to cheat me? They put me to run with some big girls, especially a big one from Barbados. And you know I beat her? I run fast because I wanted to come first.
Minister Stevenson said they are working to have a development policy plan of action for persons with disabilities here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
We really need that, and we're looking forward to seeing that come to fruition, because then it would inform you of your rights, and it would inform the government of how best they can further advance the development of persons with disabilities in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Today is a good day. Today is the day that the Lord has made.
Minister Stevenson used the opportunity to make an appeal to the business community to contribute more to assist persons with disabilities.
Make a special appeal to the business community in St. Vincent and the Grenadines for them to do a little more for the persons with disabilities in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I'm not going to call any business by name, but there are lots of businesses in St. Vincent and the Grenadines who can contribute more towards the advancement of our persons with disabilities and their cause. And I'm appealing to them.
The police are investigating a report of robbery made by a 19-year-old student of Cattell's on Monday against 2 armed unknown masked men. The incident is said to have occurred at Edinburgh. The police report says the unknown men struck the complainant in the face with the gun and robbed him of 1 black Samsung Galaxy Note 9 cellular phone, 1 rose gold phone case, and 1 black Samsung tablet. The police are also investigating a motor vehicular accident involving an unknown vehicle and pedestrian Esworth Dick, a 62-year-old retired farmer of Bible, which occurred along the Bible Public Road about 9:45 p.m. last Sunday. The police say the unknown vehicle struck the pedestrian and fled the scene. Dick, who was subsequently rushed to the Milton Cater Memorial Hospital, sustained a broken left foot and is still a patient there. Police are soliciting the assistance of the public in relaying any information that will assist in the investigation of this matter. Persons with information are asked to contact the officer in charge of CID at 1-784-456-1810. The ACP in charge of crimes at 784-456-1339, or officer in charge of the traffic branch. Members of the public will get the opportunity to learn more about All Saints and All Souls events on the religious calendar and view the creative talent of local performers in dance, song, and drumming. This through a play production entitled JUMBIE Let Go by Focus Entertainment Incorporated. It will take place this Saturday at the SVG Community College. Playwright Meisha Hope said the play will illustrate her team's creative talent.
This piece is very important to me. It is my first full-length play. I would have written various stage plays before. One would have been featured in last year's National Drama Festival, and I've done screenplays yet to be filmed. But this is so important because it marries our culture. JUMBIE Let Go is unique to St. Vincent and the Grenadines as an All Souls celebration, and also the aspect of our big drum, which is unique to Union Island and shared with Cruickrank, Grenada. So bringing this play to St. Vincent is patriotism, it's excitement, it's everything.
Hope said the play also provides the platform for the actors to display their skills locally.
We can be able to get Vincentians' appreciation of what the play's production value is, and with the hope of taking it to Carifesta 2019. So it's a fundraising venture as well as an opportunity to get the appraisal of our intentions to say, yes, this is noteworthy, this is something that we can take to Carifesta that best represents our acting and dancing and musical talents here.
Lead actress Nadia De Silva gave some insight about her character.
Is Sybil. I'm the mother of Randy. Randy is a person who has died, and now I'm seeking to find justice behind who killed him. I'm also a very emotional mother, you know, losing my son.
Don't worry, we edit.
Okay, basically that's it, yeah.
Alright, and throughout the entire play, does she, you know, change from one person to the next? Does she learn any lessons?
Yes, she will change. But as we said, it's left to be seen, so come out. It's on Saturday the 27th. Don't want to give out too much. So featuring comedy, everything.
Alright, and you'll have performances in dance or just straight drama?
As dance, it's showcasing young people talent of SVG, because we have our young producer, we have our young director, all our actors and dancers are young people of St. Vincent, so it's young talent throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines.